Well, I heard something one diverging clear whirly. I'm thinking 221 this time of morning. Charlotte to Atlanta Intermodal. So if we see intermodal freight on this train, it's 221. Very likely by the end of the video, he'll be calling clear North Greenville. He seems to have called clear Worley a little bit early. He'll be inside of the light down at North Greenville shortly after he passes me. So even if he does call it, it may be a little loud to hear it over the video. So it's probably just as good that I said which train he is now. Here he comes. guess that's just the dispatcher letting them know there's no need for them to tie down, that the crew will be there that takes over that train very shortly after this train pulls into the station. They just might have to hold up and wait for a minute for somebody to take over the train. The bridge in the distance that you can see now in the shot is Poinsett Highway. As it goes under Poinsett Highway, you can see there's a curve beyond that. What you can't really see right now is just after the train passes under Poinsett Highway, there's a set of signals. That signal is one Norfolk Southern calls North Greenville. After that, basically they're turning to go on into the Greenville yard. They go around the curve, they go past the side of the former Poe Mill, they go under Cedar Lane Road or Pete Hollis Boulevard. That road changes names pretty close to where the bridge is over the Norfolk Southern tracks, and then they're in the Greenville yard once they've passed under that road. Maybe even before that, I'm not sure. You will notice there's a crossing here. This is Pate Drive. It just reaches one little industrial location. Other than that, there's no crossings in that direction between here and the Greenville yard. And even once you get the other side of the Greenville yard, I think it's just not a lot of grade crossings in Greenville. Going the other direction from where I am, there are several crossings between Greenville and Taylor's along Rutherford Road, where the tracks run parallel to Rutherford Road, and so there are several crossings over them. But in the other direction from here, going south out of Greenville, as the railroad would call it south, it's really more west. There's just not a lot of crossings. There's really a lot of grade separation in Greenville. Roads going over the tracks rather than roads going over the tracks on a bridge rather than on a grade crossing. You can see that it's slowed down a good bit at this point, so maybe a bit boring to take the video of the train all the way till it's out of sight, but I like to have one of these every once in a while. It may be that they've come to a stop. I wonder if their head end could already be... No, they're still moving. I was going to say, I wonder if their head end could already be all the way up to the yard. I was going to say, I didn't think they were quite that long. They certainly weren't a short train today either. It's not something that you see a lot of, though, is trains. I don't think I would normally see the tail of a train sticking out that far. So it should clear that corner. What's more common, if I was up at Poinsett Highway, you could see where there's a track that comes out of the Greenville yard where trains can get back onto the main line, and especially one I'm most likely to catch there because the timing is 1:18 because they leave in the evenings when I'm leaving work, so I could go up to Poinsett Highway. Haven't done it too often, but the timing is right that I could see them pull out from track 3, which is basically just a yard track, onto track 2 to get out of town. Anyhow, that's it, and we'll wrap this up. Just about reached the maximum length of video here anyway.